Hey everyone, it's Doug Packard with Real Living in Orlando, Florida. It's the end of October 2025 and the latest Florida Association of Realtors data just dropped. If you're new here, I don't sugarcoat things, I don't do clickbait, and I definitely don't tell you now is the perfect time to buy every single month. So if that's what you're here for, you're in the wrong place. Let's talk about what actually happened in September. Oh, I guess I should address the elephant in the room. I had shoulder replacement surgery a couple of weeks ago and have to wear this contraption for a few more weeks before I start hardcore physical therapy. I can't wait to get this thing off. All right, statewide numbers first, then we'll zoom in on Orlando. Interest rates have finally dipped a bit, averaging about 6.1% in September. That's the lowest we've seen in a year. It's not break out the champagne low, but at least we're no longer paying 7% to borrow money. The median home price statewide came in at around $410,000, about the same as last year. So no, prices are not crashing. They're just backing off from the sugar high of the last few years and stabilizing. That's not doom, that's balance. Inventory's up too, meaning buyers finally have options beyond whatever's left. And pending sales are up almost 7% year over year. Proof that buyers are creeping back out, blinking in the sunlight, realizing they might actually have leverage again. Translation, sellers, you may need to try something wild this fall, like pricing realistically. Now let's look at the local Orlando MSA, which includes Orange, Seminole, Lake, and Osceola counties. The median home price came in at $378,000 in September. That's down 1.3% from August when it was $382,950. Now this is the third month in a row that prices have dropped. But let's be real here. We're talking about going from ridiculously expensive to still really expensive, just slightly less so. Here's a breakdown by property type. Single-family homes, median price was $406,000. Townhouses and villas, $320,000. Condos were $205,000. So if you were hoping for some massive crash where you can swoop in and buy a lakefront mansion for $150,000, I got bad news. That's not happening. What is happening is a slow, boring recalibration to reality, which honestly is healthier than a crash anyway. Sellers are finally accepting that 2021 is over. We're not getting 47 offers in 12 hours anymore. The party ended. Time to sober up. Here's something interesting. Even though prices are coming down, homes are actually selling faster. Average days on the market dropped to 72 days from 75 in August. So homes are cheaper and moving quicker. What does that tell you? Buyers are responding to these small rate improvements and price drops. They're actually making offers instead of just doom scrolling Zillow at 2 a.m. Pending sales increased 3% month over month from 3687 to 3798. Real people making real offers, not just browsing, not just thinking about it for another 6 months, actually doing something. Inventory is at 13,007 homes. That's down 2.2% from August, and it's the fourth month in a row inventory's dropped. Wait, you're thinking, isn't that bad? Don't we need more inventory? Yes, we do. But here's the thing, we're sitting at 5.79 months of supply. A balanced market is 6 months of supply. So we're basically 1 month away from equilibrium. We're this close. September 2024, we only had 5.14 months of supply. So year over year, we've actually moved toward balance. New listings barely budged, up 0.5%. We went from 3353 in August to 3371 in September. So basically sellers are still being weird about listing their homes. probably because they refinanced at 2.9% and would rather live in their house forever than deal with today's rates. Can't say I blame them, but it's not helping the inventory situation. Let's break down sales by property type, because not all real estate is created equal. Single-family homes, 1,793 homes sold, down 0.8% from August. Year over year, basically flat. This is your steady eddy of the market. Boring, predictable, stable. Condos, 247 sold, down 12.4% from August. Ouch. But year over year, they're actually up 5.6%. So condos are having an identity crisis. Can't figure out if they want to go up or down. Townhouses and villas, 205 sold, down 5.1% from August and down 6.8% year over year. The middle child that nobody talks about. Total sales dropped 2.6% from August to September. Not great, not terrible. Quick mention, only 28 distressed properties sold in September. That's 1.2% of the market. So for everyone waiting for a wave of foreclosures to crash the market so you can buy that dream home for pennies on the dollar, still waiting. The distressed market is basically non-existent. Market fundamentals are actually pretty healthy, as much as that might disappoint the doomsday and crash predictors on YouTube. For buyers, this might be the most normal market you've seen in years. More inventory, fewer bidding wars, and sellers who remember how to smile during inspections. You actually have negotiating power now. But don't forget, insurance and taxes in Florida are still no joke. Make sure your budget includes more than principal and interest. Here's a buyer tip. Budget for insurance increases at 10 to 15% year over year. You don't necessarily need to do that for taxes. For homesteaded properties, the Florida Save Our Homes Act will cap your assessed value increases at 3% per year. For sellers, the glory days are over. Accept it. Grieve if you need to. But your neighbor's house sold for $50,000 over asking price in 2022, that's not happening anymore. You're still in good shape if you price right. There's demand, it's just not desperate demand. Overpricing now is like showing up to a Halloween party in November. You'll stand out, but not in a good way. For investors, we're back to fundamentals. Rent growth is cool, but opportunities are creeping back for the patient crowd. Just don't expect 2021 style appreciation. Those days are gone, like affordable insurance and $3 eggs. Here's the bottom line, and it's not a pretty picture. No, seriously, the bottom line is better than you think. We're returning to a normal market. Not exciting, not scary, just normal. Which after the chaos of the last few years, I'll take it. So Florida's housing market isn't crashing, it's catching its breath. For buyers, that means opportunity. For sellers, that means strategy. If you're actually serious about buying or selling in Orlando and want someone who won't blow smoke up your, well, you get it. My info is in the description. And if you like straight talk real estate, the kind that skips the fluff and gets what to actually matters, hit subscribe and tap that bell. Be sure to get my ultimate relocation guide. The link is in the description. I'm Doug Packard with Real Living in Orlando, Florida. Keeping it real, keeping it local, and as always, no BS.